S.N.L. mocks the media's. It started off as a serious discussion about that the National Enquirer was engaging in extortion and blackmail by threatening to expose his private photos. But the discussion did. In its opening sketch this week, Saturday Night Live presented a parody of Meet the Press, hosted by Chuck Todd, Kyle Mooney, and featuring the panelists Eugene Robinson, Kenan Thompson, Peggy Noonan, Cecily Strong, and Donna Brazile, Leslie Jones. Mooney began, "Let's start with what everyone's talking about. In a new low for you're all highly respected journalists," he continued. "So, when all, excuse me?" Jones replied. The panelists offered various theories except for Jones, who remained astounded, and Mooney asked what the scandal said about the overall state of the country. Thompson answered, "It's disgraceful, Chuck. It's awful. And what about when the pictures do come out?" Mooney asked. "I will look at them," Thompson responded. "I will make them into..." The prurient subject matter derailed an interview with the Commerce Secretary, Wilbur Ross Kate McKinnon, who protested, "I don't want to talk about penises. I am one of the guys," and the topic overwhelmed an interview with the Acting Attorney General, Matthew G. Whitaker, A.D. Bryant, who explained, "I was U.S. Attorney General for 3 months, and soon, I will go back to my job of breaking up fights on the Jerry Springer Show." Asked by Mooney if her Whitaker had ever been, Bryant began to answer. "I am going to say something I left out of my testimony," she said, "and this is going to blow everything out of the water here. Mr. Trump," Mooney interrupted, "I am being told that the Bezos pics have actually come out at this very moment," he said, vowing to devote the rest of the program to the photos. A sketch set at the Virginia State Capitol began with Thompson addressing a group of politicians there. "So we're all in a group. One more quick thing before we get out of here. As you all know, one by one, the elected officials posed oblivious questions as each confessed to having worn blackface. Does it count if you did it all the way back in the 80s? Strong asked. "No, of course not," Mikey Day answered. "It was funny," and Thompson corrected them both. No, Mooney asked, "What if you wore the blackface as a tribute, like in homage to your hero?" "Who was your hero?" Thompson said. "Al Jolson," Mooney answered. Returning to, S.N.L offered another installment of Them Trumps, in which the first family's life is presented like the Fox drama Empire, and the president is Darius Trump Thompson. In this episode, Darius Trump is being sped by limousine to his State of the Union address, telling the other passengers in the car that he will push back against the special counsel's investigation. "This is America," Thompson declares, "and even though I am black, you." As police lights become visible in the rear window, he is interrupted by an aide played by Halsey, the evening's Money Mouse host and musical guest. "Okay, we're getting pulled over," she says. "Oh, yeah, I knew that was coming," Thompson says under his breath. A sketch titled Women of Congress started off as if it were going to be a satire of Charlie's Angels. Nancy Pelosi McKinnon leads an action-packed team of female politicians who don't often get the spotlight on S.N.L, including Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Melissa Villes +or Maxine Waters-Jones, Kirsten Sinema Strong, Ilhan Omar, Egon Wadham, Ann McLean Custer, A.D. Bryant, Abigail Spanberger, Heidi Gardner, and Rashida Tlaib Halsey. Then, shortly after its opening credits, it ended. Well, maybe. At the Weekend Update desk, the anchors Colin Jost and Michael Che continued to riff on the political scandals that have roiled Virginia over the past several days. "You know, making jokes about the news can get a little redundant for me. But every so often, Virginia Governor Ralph Northam is still refusing to resign after a racist photo from his yearbook surfaced. Okay, but if it was in a yearbook, how bad could it be? The photograph is a bit later," Jost added. Democrats are now calling for Northam to resign, but the second in line is embroiled in now 2 sexual assault scandals, and the third in line also did blackface. So at this point, when Chris Red, Jones, Thompson, and Wadham came on stage to celebrate Black History Month and pay homage to previous cast members like Garrett Morris, Eddie Murphy and Ellen Cleghorn, were you expecting a totally sincere tribute? The segment took a satirical turn with the entrance of Mooney, a white man, who claimed he wanted to support his co-stars but kept interrupting to explain Black history to them. Did you know African American contributions to entertainment didn't start with Saturday Night Live? Mooney asked To Sir with Love was one of the best movies of the 60s, he added. America was surprised. Addressing the other performers on the stage, Jones asked, did he say, we? He said, we.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,